Okay, so let's look at this particular question. So it's on a parajumbles, right? And the case is that instead of the four sentences, here there are the five sentences. Can prepare for anything. Generally, the trend is that the cat gives four sentences, but the cat in the year 2017 has given five sentences. So that's the case. Now, scientists have for the first time managed to edit genes in human embryo to repair a genetic mutation, fueling hopes that such procedures may one day be available outside laboratory conditions. Okay, so what they've done is that they have edited genes in human embryo. Okay, now the cardiac disease causes sudden death in otherwise healthy young athletes and affects about 1 in 500 million people overall. So this is about cardiac disease. Let's see. Now correcting the mutation in the gene. Okay, so we got this. Okay, gene mutation, genetic mutation in the gene would not only ensure that the child is healthy but also prevents transmission of mutation to future generations. Now it is caused by, what is this it? Okay, most probably, I mean, like we can see that the 2 and a 4, it is referring to the cardiac disease caused by a mutation in a particular gene, and a child will suffer from the condition even if it inherits only one copy of the mutate gene. Now gene in results announced in Nature this week, scientists fix a mutation that thinks the so in a results announced in Nature this week, scientists, we got an echo word scientist. Okay, now let's see wherever we can actually figure out the thing. So the sequence here is 15243. Now, after reading all the entire sentences, one thing is clear, that the 2 and a 4 is a block. Okay, now why 2 and a 4 is a block is that because the 2 says the cardiac disease causes sudden death in otherwise healthy young athletes and affects about 1 in 500 people overall. Okay, now it says it is caused by, now it is nothing. Okay, it is only being referred to the cardiac disease in it. So 2 and 4 becomes a block. Okay, now definitely the first has to be our introductory sentence, right? Now why the first is an introductory sentence is that because it's a kind of a general announcement of scientific breakthrough. Okay, so it kind of introduces the topic. It says that scientists have for the first time, okay, they managed to edit genes in human embryo to repair a genetic mutation, fueling hopes that such procedures may one day be available outside laboratory conditions. Okay, so now, in results announced in Nature this week, scientists fix the mutation. So now again we can say that sentence 5 naturally follows 1, okay, because it gives the specific result, okay, that is published in Nature, okay, about what the scientists actually did and the name of the condition, okay. So that's the case that 1 and a 5, okay, that makes a sense. For 5, 1 is just introducing you कि हो क्या रहा है. And in results announced in Nature this week, scientists fixed a mutation that thickens the heart muscle, a condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Okay. Now, I think so that the confusion by some of the students is that they would have put up 5 in 1. Okay. Now, in case if you put 5 immediately after 1, okay, so I'm like, it actually 5 after 1. Okay, so I would say that it's kind of I mean, like, you can say that the 1 is a general sentence and a 5 is more of an example of it. Okay, so that's the case. Now, again, let's see what are the rest of the sentences are talking about. It, right? So what is the second sentence is talking about? So second is saying that the cardiac disease caused sudden. So again, the reference to the this cardiac disease, no, a condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Okay, so that is being referred as a cardiac disease. अगर आप इसको, let's say अगर आपने इसको sequence लिख दिया 512, okay, so हमने 1 में बोला scientists for the first time managed to edit genes in human embryo to repair a genetic mutation, fueling hopes that such procedures may one day be available outside laboratory conditions, right? अब आप बोल रहे हो इसके बाद में the cardiac disease causes sudden death, तो that's changing it. I mean, like, I hope you're understanding it. Okay, so that's अगर first से आप start करोगे तो 5 in 1 ठीक है चल जाएगा. Okay, लेकिन 5 1 के बाद में 2 का connect नहीं जाएगा, right? So that's the problem here, because 2 का connects is basically, you can say that 1 again, I hope you're getting what I mean to say. Okay, so just this that we cannot give a specific result first and then we make a general breakthrough. Okay, so what needs to come first is a general breakthrough. Okay, and then it should be the example. Okay, the specific result of, right. And moreover, the 2 says the cardiac disease, which is being referred here as a hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So anyhow, we can say that the 5 and 2 is itself is a link, right? So one, a general came, 5 and 2, okay. And then we know that the 2 and a 4. So the cardiac disease cause sudden death in otherwise healthy young athletes and affects about 1 in 500 people overall, okay. And then we can say 4, it is caused by a mutation in a particular gene and a child will suffer from the condition even if it inherits only one copy of the mutate gene, okay. And then the last, correcting the mutation in the gene would not only ensure that the child is healthy, but also prevents transmission of the mutation to future generations, okay. So that's the case. I hope you're getting, because the we can say that finally sentence 3, okay, it states the benefit. कैसा कर क्यों रहे हैं, okay. So particular child will suffer from the condition, okay. So अगर हम mutation कर देते, so it would not only ensure that the child is healthy, right, because child will suffer and the child will healthy, but also prevents transmission of mutation to future generations. I hope you got this.